What's up, people? Welcome back to CricFootz. So, me and Sai are back again, and today we have a lot of things to cover. We have a lot of matches on our plate. So, we are going to discuss the Indian Premier League. So, basically, all the matches which happened last week till the playoffs. So, basically, we will be covering almost a total of 11 matches, if I'm not wrong, Sai.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
yeah, so there's a lots to discuss, lots to ponder, lots to think about, lots to analyze what has happened in the last week of this amazing tournament. So before everything, Sai, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yes, as you said, there's a lot of games to cover, a lot of talking points, lot
Yeah.
of criticism from my side as well to some of big names coming up. So yes, completely looking forward to have a good, healthy conversation with you.
Yeah, and
I think let's start. Yes, yes, yes.
to be really honest, I think we both do not have much to look forward to in terms of who is winning the IPL this season. Both our teams
Oh
have
yes,
been knocked out pretty pretty awful performance by both our teams, I should say. Lot was expected, but nothing was delivered on the
yes.
pitch.
No doubt, no doubt. I think the way we played, the way CSK and KKR played, surely they didn't deserve to be in the top four spot. And I think in the end, it was a fair arrangements of the top four teams going into the playoffs. I think all these four teams deserved their chances out there.
Yeah, as I said, I was discussing with few of my friends about this year's IPL. I think there has been this IPL has been a lot like EPL. Many
Hmm.
teams being very inconsistent. I don't think even SRH were that convincing this season. They were not as good as previous seasons, and they didn't deserve also. But I think they were the best out of the worst. So yeah, they
Yeah,
inched it. Yeah,
absolutely. Yes. So let's start off with your team. The first match which
absolutely.
took place on last Monday, I guess. Yes. Kolkata Knight Riders versus Kings 11 Punjab. Again, the season has been really strange when it comes to your top order batting, and yet again it continued in this game as well. What's your take? Scoring
Yeah,
149 is never going to be good.
absolutely. So to qualify for the playoffs, I should say, KKR had to win this game, and the way they faltered, the way they performed. So I mean, when you're batting first against a team like Kings 11 Punjab, 150, 140s, you cannot deal with them. And obviously, I think it's a big learning for Brendan McCullum this season. I hope I see him and Abhishek Nair making a lot of notes. So I hope uh, he gets them into good use next season, because I think this time the camp really looked very confused, especially with the batting. I think the bowling was pretty okay. Not in this game, but I think the bowling was bit settled, I would say. Good performances from the spinners, especially. A good find in Varun Chakravarti. But the batting was really, it was all revolving doors, I would say. Anyone who is able to go through the door is batting for us. So, especially with the batting position of Rahul Tripathi, I think
Hmm.
the way he was, I think was not justified the way he was being used this season. We all know what he did with Pune Rising Giants. So yes, same old performance. Shubman Gill giving us a good start, but no real performances, especially from the middle order. And Owen Morgan with a good 40. But yes, as you said, 149 and 140s are not really enough.
Correct. Not really enough when you have the universe boss on the other side, and the way he played, scoring a half century of 20 odd balls against KKR. I don't see you
Absolutely.
guys had any chance going into the game in the second half, especially defending that lower score.
Absolutely. I personally think that my respect for Chris Gale has increased a lot. I mean, increased by a mile this season, because I thought that he is done. He is over. I think he's around 40 years of age. But
Hmm.
I think he has been a game changer for Kings 11 Punjab, especially when he's competing for places. And he, along with Mandeep Singh, Mayank Agarwal, and KL Rahul, he's the oldest among all. But the way he maintains the strike rate, that's absolutely brilliant. I mean, the other players being so young and athletic still take their time and maintain their strike rate at a decent level. But Chris Gayle, even now, is blasting bowlers outside the park.
Oh yes, no doubt. That's why we call him the universe boss. No matter which
Absolutely.
league is he playing in, which team he's playing in, there's no shortage of entertainment and big runs from him. And more or less a comfortable win for Punjab, who are on a
Absolutely.
roll suddenly. And thanks to Chris Gayle, suddenly his involvement in this team has made them really strong, somewhat the other way. And it looks really good now going into the fight for the top four spot.
Absolutely. So his performance has been really key, and hopefully Kings 11 Punjab will be retaining him, or we will see him again performing next season, unless he
Oh,
hopes he plans to retire and all that stuff. So yeah,
everyone wants to. Give me just a second.
yeah. So, guys, as we were discussing, Chris Gayle being the universe boss as what
Yes,
he
yes,
is,
yes.
the man from the Caribbean, performing brilliantly this season. As I said, he has performed really well in last couple of seasons or last previous seasons in the IPL, but at this age, still performing at top level is really. I was taken back. I mean, it was a mind blowing performance. So yeah, that was the first game which we have covered. Kings 11 Punjab winning comfortably. Moving on to the next game, it was a match between two uh, two teams who have qualified for the playoffs, SRH and Delhi Capitals. What did you think about this game?
Firstly, I was very shocked to see a very bold move from Sunrisers, dropping one of their star man, Johnny Baistro, and then bringing Ridhiman Saha for Jason Holder. So they wanted to accommodate Jason Holder into their middle order and have a backbone in the team who can finish games in the end. And I wasn't very sure about this decision. I was very skeptical going into the game. I didn't think Saha had a great game, but we all know Saha is a great opener when it comes to T20 cricket, especially in IPL. And the way he and Warner played, it was outstanding to see. Smashing Rabada, smashing. I think there was not Nokia in this game. There was Sams. Sams
No,
was playing in this game.
there
There was
was
Nokia.
Nokia in this game. Yeah, yeah.
So yes,
He did play in this game.
they took both of these world class bowlers for granted. Also Ravi Ashwin, they basically smashed all the bowlers. And when you have such a great start to your innings, so that's how you get to a total of 220 or 219 runs. So it was a wonderful target to put on board for Sunrisers.
Yeah, exactly. It is pretty I mean, it is pretty apt to not remember who was bowling on that day because every bowler who came in was being taken to the cleaners. So especially Rabada, I think he
Hmm.
was the most expensive bowler, and having such great experience, especially in T20, hitting him for so many runs in his overs. I think it was brilliant batting. I think SRH missed this. The way they have been batting this season, I think they really missed this kind of a performance. And Saha's contribution with the bat, I think I was surprised. Yeah, he was good with his bat again when he was in Kings 11. We remember he used to come one down and he used to
Hmm.
play some really good shots and stabilize the Kings 11 batting. But yeah, having Shrivats Goswami also in their team, Saha really performed well. And yeah, 219. I mean, whenever you score to more than 200, I think you are very much winning the game.
Correct. As you said, I remember me watching a match in stadium in Hyderabad of Punjab
So
versus Sunrisers, and Ridhiman
it was
Saha
a
opened in that game and scored some 80 odd runs as well within no time. So yes, we all know
Absolutely.
what classy batsman he is, and yet again delivered in this game. And the way Delhi batted, it's the biggest concern for them, I guess. The way they are batting, Shikhar Dhawan either scores 100 or he's going in the first over. And Prithvi Shaw, I would start this new trend called flops of the season. Prithvi Shaw is one of my biggest flops for this season.
Absolutely. Again, I would say another flop in this team was Rishabh Pant. I
Our
have been
biggest
calling out
flop.
for his. I have been calling out for because I personally like him. I think there's talent there, but the way he has flopped this season, so much was expected from him making his comeback, and firstly he looks overweight to the naked eye for sure. Uh, I think Dhoni and the rest of the wicket keepers which we have are already more fitter than him, but he really needs to improve on his game. Yeah, but a magical spell there. Finally, as we discussed earlier in the previous videos, that Rashid Khan is not picking up wickets but is bowling brilliantly. But we saw that increase in number in the wickets column in this game. 3 for 7 in 4 overs. What a spell!
Oh, definitely was unplayable. I think he was unlucky not to get one or two more wickets because there were slips for him. There were slips set up for him. He was finding the edges, but the ball wasn't carrying to the fielders. So yes, fantastic spell from Rashid. And
Yeah,
I'm really surprised to see they are not missing their star bowler Bhuvneshwar Kumar, which is
absolutely,
a great thing. No one
absolutely.
knows, no one is remembering Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and he's their marquee bowler, and he's not playing. He's out of the season, but still they're able to consistently bowl well and perform well with the ball. So that's really commendable.
Absolutely. I would really credit SRH to always have quality for fast bowlers in their lineup. You remember Billy Stanlick when
Yes,
he used to bowl for them. He was very difficult to play coming from that height and troubling the
correct.
batsman. And another important bowler for them who has been really good this season has been Natarajan.
Oh,
I
no
think he
doubt.
has been an underdog for them, and the way he bowls Yorkers with a
Hmm.
left arm fast bowling option is really good. I think he's far better option than Khalil, who is over reliant on his slower deliveries. But overall, it was a comfortable
Correct.
game. Delhi really capitulated, and you know that you're winning the game very comfortably when Captain David Warner comes to bowl, defending the score.
Yes, yes, yes. That was a funny moment to see Warren bowling, and he almost got a wicket as well. If you watch the match,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
was a
exactly.
there was an
So
edge, and he was almost getting the wicket there. So a very easy win for SRH, and what a big net run rate boost for them, which would be really helpful for
huge,
them going into the
huge.
playoffs. So yes, it's a huge boost, and credits to their whole team, and they really played well. They outplayed Delhi basically.
Absolutely.
So quickly moving on to the next game, the game between two
Yeah.
of the Indian captains, Rohit Sharma versus Virat Kohli, the Mumbai Indians versus RCB. Well, this game had some drama, some controversies which we have been through, and RCB were batting first. I think it was a decent total on board. What do you say? 164 is not a very bad total as well.
Yeah, 164 against any team except Mumbai is a good score, I would say. 164 against Mumbai is always uh, below par, I would say. And when you have batsmen like RCB have, I don't think I think this was a must-win game for them, and they should have tried to score at least a 180, which would have challenged Mumbai. But yes, again, if you have seen the consistency of this man, Devdutt Padikkal,
Hmm.
what a gem he has been for the RCB. I think the find of the season for them.
Absolutely. Greatest find, I would say. I would rate him as the best emerging player for this season. He has been phenomenal, and credits to their management as well to take that risk to give him that opening spot when you have an experienced player in Parthu Patel, as we have always discussed. So credits to him. I think Rohit Sharma wasn't playing this game. Pollard was the captain. because of his
Yeah,
injury.
correct. That's
So
right.
yes, so 164, as you said, was a decent score, but the way Mumbai batted and the little banter which we saw between Virat Kohli and Surya Kumar Yadav out there, and he silenced the crowd there. He silenced the crowd out there. He silenced everyone. What an innings from Sky Surya Kumar Yadav.
What an amazing innings, what an amazing player, and how unlucky we are that we are not going to see him in the Indian jersey in the flight to Australia. So that's so sad. That's I mean, to be really honest, I was not happy when we sold him to Mumbai. He was a KKR
Mhm.
player. Yeah,
Yes.
so but yeah, I'm happy that finally a team has understood his worth and understood which batting position is he best suitable for. Top of the order, no real doubts about that. Plays brilliant shots, no extravagant cricket, toys with the bowlers, can play bats, spin and pace at will. I think he is a gem of a batsman. I hope he gets into the Indian team as soon as possible. We are all waiting for him to don the Indian colors. And one thing which we have missed out, I think, in terms of RCB batting, 180 should have been the score, but when you have a bowler like Jasprit Bumrah, 180 can be made to 160. I think great talent. Jasprit Bumrah, 4 overs just for 14 runs. I think he's been amazing this season.
Oh, no doubt. He's picking wickets. His economy is less than seven, so the number speaks everything. He's been tremendous. And Surya Kumar Yadav, yes, really unlucky not to get into the Indian team. Not only a great batsman, but a great fielder as well, if you observe him. He's a great
Absolutely.
fielder and very quick between the wickets. So, yes, he should be out there. No doubt about it. He should be out there.
Absolutely. So Surya Kumar Yadav batting brilliantly in this game, scoring 70 odd runs and winning the match for his team very comfortably.
So, quickly moving on to the next game, the clash between two of CricFootz presenters, CSK versus KKR. Must win game for you guys. Again, you collapsed. You guys collapsed. Batting
Absolutely.
first, 172. I think 172 was a very good score, to be really honest, against a team like Chennai. The form Chennai are in, 172 was a good score.
Absolutely. I mean, the way, I mean, I remember we both watching the match together. I mean, virtually, you from
Yes.
India and I from here, but we were discussing the match overall. And I think I was really happy with the start which we got, and
Oh, yes.
the way we had a middle model in between. We lost a couple
Mhm.
of wickets. Really, I was really scared because this match I mean, because we have lost against Kings 11. This match was really important for Kolkata Knight Riders for them to progress into the top four, but that didn't happen. We did have a middle model, as I said, but
Mhm.
what a gem of an innings by Nitish Rana in this game.
Oh, fantastic 87. I was I was thinking he's going to score a century. Really frank. I thought he'll score a century, but yes, he lost his wicket trying to get runs on board for the team. But then the way you guys bowled, it was surprising for me. I mean, Pat Cummins was really good on the day, but you didn't give him that third over or something. And then, yes, overall, it wasn't a great performance by KKR, but what an innings from Ruturaj Gaikwad, who's suddenly the name everyone is talking about. Three consecutive half centuries, suddenly out of nowhere, opening the innings and playing classic cricket. Another person like Surya Kumar Yadav plays orthodox shots, plays neat cricket, and is really safe as a batsman. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Looks decent. I think looks a good player. Um I don't really think that he has shown his attacking intent. He
Hmm.
plays at a certain pace and maintains his strike rate, but I think he has been the positive. or maybe the only positive of Chennai at the back end of the season. Who knows if
Correct.
we would have got more opportunities in the beginning of the season, might have been a different game for Chennai in this season. But yes, looks a good player. Looks neat on with the bat, and yes, no extravagant shots. I think a player for the future for the CSK for sure.
Definitely, no doubt about it. No doubt. But yes,
So yeah,
a good
so
win,
this
uneasy
game
win for
was
Chennai,
very
more or less
much,
again.
yeah,
A good win for Chennai. We are playing the spoil sport now, taking chances away from other teams who are trying to qualify. Yes, I think KKR, after this game, KKR lost his way to playoff. I felt they were done and dusted right there by not winning this game.
yeah, and Chennai being Chennai did give an opportunity to KKR, I would say. But
Hmm.
yeah, a late flourish from Ravindra Jadeja who really took the game away from us. So he has been
Yes,
suddenly batting well this season, and we had no say. But yeah, this game shouldn't have been close, but it became close. But a great innings from
correct,
Ravindra Jadeja at the end, which won the game comfortably for Chennai.
correct. Let's quickly move on to the next game. Kings 11 Punjab versus Rajasthan Royals. Two or three
Yeah.
huge talking points in this game. Universe boss getting out at 99. I was I
Oh,
was I was upset. It was complete heartbreak for all the cricket fans out there, not only us, I think. 99 of some 40-45 odd balls. What an innings.
absolutely. Remember the quote. In my mind, it is a century. Chris Gale
Yes.
has written that. So yeah, what a gem of an innings by Chris Gale. I think as we have already discussed, we can't stop praising him. But I think it is a great performance by him, especially after losing Mandeep Singh for a duck. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what else can you ask from this man? He comes under pressure, performs. Comes one down, he performs. When the team needs quick runs, he performs. So yeah, I mean, absolutely amazing performance. I think the whole universe, as he's called, the whole universe was very upset when he got out at 99.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, I think that when one player scores 99 for you, you cannot finish just at 180. I think you should try and capitalize and go above 200, which did not happen. And Kings
Yes.
11 Punjab unfortunately finished at 185 for four after 20 overs.
Yes. I think huge respect for Gale. Huge respect. And I hope he comes and plays the next season as well, because that's what IPL is all about, pure entertainment and pure cricket, and which Gale is able to deliver at this age as well. So, yes, for all the Gale fans out there, we hope he's coming next year as well. One last time, at least in India, he should finish his career in India, I guess.
Absolutely, and he has proved that he has still got it in him. So it's not
Hmm.
like a performance, or it's not like a season like what Shane Watson had for CSK, where he was on and off, on and off. At this
Hmm.
stage, at the top of the order, when the pressure is really high, he has been performing, and it is not even that he has been slow with his innings. He's been smashing the bowlers, maintaining strike rates, which is very much needed in a T20 game, and of course, he should be playing next season. No doubts about it.
Absolutely. So, coming to the second innings, again, a gem of an innings from the best all rounder, I would say, Ben Stokes, scoring a half century of 25, 26 balls. You see, it is so important in a pressure game when both the teams are going for it. Getting those quick runs at the top of the order makes life really easy for other batsmen coming in. And Ben Stokes exactly did that. An innings which usually we're used to seeing Sunil Narayan do it for KKR, but not in this season. But yes, it's a big call from Steve Smith to bring him in the first one down. I mean, sorry, opening, and the way he has been playing, I'm really happy to see Ben Stokes playing the way, scoring a century, then scoring some quick 50s. What a great player he is.
Absolutely, the man of the moment, especially when England cricket is considered. What a player! Very interesting to see that IPL teams have gone with different opening options this season. We went with Sunil Narayan a couple of seasons back. You guys going with Sam Curran, uh, but it's good to see that Rajasthan have finally cemented their opening slots, giving it to
Hmm.
experienced players like Uthappa and Stokes. But in terms of the batting of Rajasthan, and when you're chasing a score like 180, I think it's really important to have a good start and consolidate in the middle order. And if you see the Rajasthan batting, all the batsmen who played had a really good day, which gave them a
Correct.
good win against a good side. And it was not an easy score to chase. Remember, 180, chasing 180 above is always difficult. And
Yes.
Rajasthan really proved their mettle with the bat, and it was a great win for them.
No doubt. I think Sanju Samson also played a great knock of 48 runs and ensured
Brilliant.
RR get away with this game and win this game with 2 points, and very much needed these 2 points to fight for
Absolutely.
the top four spot. And yes, Punjab, I think, were unlucky. More than Punjab, I think Chris Gayle was unlucky. It would be really nice if he
Yeah.
had scored that century and then lost the game. So, yes, in our mind, it's a century. That's all we'll call.
Yes, of course.
So, now let's move on to the double headers. The first one on Saturday, Royal Challengers Bangalore versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. Again,
No, I
again,
think you're
yes.
mistaken. It was Delhi Capitals versus Mumbai Indians. That was the
Was it?
afternoon game. Yeah, that was the afternoon game in which Delhi completely were blown away
Yes.
by the Mumbai Indians. What a capitulation! I mean, Delhi are such a good batting side, and the way they have been inconsistent, especially in the back end of this season. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, they are really, really. They should thank their stars that no team from the bottom half uh, went on a roll. Otherwise, Delhi would have been out of the tournament.
No doubt, no doubt. I think the way they played, the way they looked on field, it looked really overconfident after some part of the games. You see, the way they were playing, it looked like they're already into playoffs, sitting in the top two spots. So trying out new options and new variations in the game, which really didn't work for them. And against a deadly team like Mumbai with one of the strongest bowling lineup, you have to play sensible cricket, which surely they didn't do. And it was a big bonus for them to get even to the total of 110, I would say, or else they were about to break KKR's record. So yes, I think 110 against Mumbai. I think that's something Mumbai would like to finish within 10 or 12 hours.
Yeah. Again, do not have to talk much about the Mumbai batting as the score was only 110. Great innings from Ishan Kishan with 70 odd, but what a bowling performance from Trent Bolt and Jasprit Bumrah. I think Trent Bolt, who used to be such an expensive bowler for KKR, has suddenly been so good with the ball. When I was watching his last game against Delhi in the qualifiers, I mean, the way he's nipping the ball, the way he's
Hmm.
ensuring that he gets everything, he uses all the juice which is present in the pitch in the Dubai and the Sharjah
Hmm.
and the Abu Dhabi stadiums. I think he has been brilliant with the ball, sharp, nipping the ball both ways and troubling the batsman in a wholesome way. I think Trent Bolt, along with Jasprit Bumrah, we all know the talent of Jasprit has, but Trent Bolt has been really amazing. I think he's been one of the most important players in that Mumbai lineup. He has not been replaced, and I think he has had a terrific performance. All the best for him. I'm really excited to watch him back in the international setup against the West Indies. I would say really, really good.
Oh, I've always been a fan of Trent Bolt because just because of the way the line and length he bowls, always attacking the stumps, not giving any room to the batsman. You know, he always tries to bowl in the off stump or at the fourth stump. So it's really difficult to play someone like Trent Bolt in the initial first spell. So yes, Delhi couldn't do that. They kept losing wickets at regular intervals, and in the end, Mumbai sealed their top spot in this game by winning comfortably, and yes, deservingly so. They are the league leaders in the table right now.
No doubt about that at all. Yeah. Now we can move on to the game which you were talking about.
Yes, RCB versus SRH. Again, one more low scoring, disappointing game, I would say, from Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Absolutely. Again, a team which has been really, really inconsistent. What can we talk? So we can always have a debate about this year's IPL. Was it an IPL which was close because all the teams played really well, or it was an IPL where most teams were inconsistent, which made it a happening tournament. So I don't know. I think this can we can do a show where we can debate
Yes,
this topic. It's really interesting. But
absolutely,
yeah,
yes.
again, a very it was a dead performance in terms of RCB
Mhm.
batting. Really expected a lot from Kohli, especially when the pressure was on. They had to win games, but yeah, none of them could lit up the party. And great bowling again from the SRH, as they are always known to be.
Oh, no doubt. And in the end, when you put up a target of 120 on board, and you're not known for a good bowling lineup, you're never going to defend that total. And easy win for Sunrisers, already having a great run rate, increasing their net run rate as well right now, and increasing their chances of getting into the playoff spot.
Yeah, I think is this Saturday, this particular Saturday was one of the most boring Saturdays in
Yes.
IPL history, where we had two absolute one-sided games where the first batting for team batting first really did not put any kind of a challenge for the second team. And yeah, SRH were runaway winners. When you have a score like 120 to chase, I think it's cakewalk.
Correct. Talking about one-sided game, I think the match between CSK and Kings 11 Punjab on Sunday afternoon was again a one-sided game. A must-win game for Punjab for them to qualify into the playoffs. Do or die game. And yes, they failed to deliver on this day.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the tournament, it is all about goodbyes, because we almost know who are qualifying for the playoffs and which are the teams who are packing their bags and
Hmm.
leaving the beautiful country of UAE. But yes,
Correct.
Kings 11 Punjab expected a lot of them actually. I thought they would go full throttle in this match, but
Correct.
that wasn't meant to be. Um Feel really bad for the Punjab team. I mean, every year
Mm,
they come with a lot of energy, lot of
yes.
enthusiasm. Sadda Punjab, the Lions will roar. Preeti
Mm,
Zinta uh,
energy and
with
stuff.
a beautiful energy and smiles, and with the flag always supporting the team. But yeah, I mean, they really. I mean, if you post a total like 150 in a do or die match, n- 7 times out of 10 you're going to lose the match. It's worse. And Chennai in this match were playing without any fear. They did not have anything to lose, anything to achieve.
Yes.
Yeah, so really disappointing, I would say.
Chennai were again playing the spoil sport role, and yet again,
Yeah.
what an innings from Ruturaj Gaikwad. I am really happy to see the way he played. Sensible cricket, simple cricket. He knew there's lot to there's not a lot to chase in this game. Played simple cricket along with Ambati Rayudu at the other hand. When you have Rayudu at the other hand, one of the most successful player of IPL history, I think the job is really easy for someone like Ruturaj Gaikwad. And in the end, what a big victory for Chennai going into this game. And yes, both this team are out of the IPL now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, absolutely goodbye. They can happily live with all smiles. Sadda Punjab, Whistleport Army are out.
Absolutely. Take care.
So quickly moving on to the last game. Finally, a good game, I would say, in my opinion. This was a good game to watch. KKR versus Rajasthan Royals. Again, I felt KKR didn't have the greatest of starts, but what an innings from Owen Morgan. Oh my God, what an innings. He showed why he's one of the best middle order batsmen in the world right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, World Cup winning captain, captain of the KKR. What else can you say about this man? Really happy that he's from Ireland. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I was discussing this, but uh, disappointed from Nitish Rana on and off with the bat. Expected good from him, especially with the way he was timing the ball in the last game. Went out
Mhm,
for a duck. But yeah, there was a scare of KKR not finishing with a high score. But when
mhm.
Owen Morgan is in that kind of a form, you just have to wait, watch, and admire this batsman. I mean, what an innings,
Absolutely.
scoring sixes at will. In the last over, he even gave away dot balls to retain strike, and he backed
Correct.
himself and scored a six in the last ball of the game. So what a brilliant performance! I think I enjoyed this match thoroughly. I think KKR went on to this match under a lot of pressure with very little hopes, but the only thing what was in their mind was to win this game with a huge margin to improve their NRR, and they did so. 192 was a brilliant score against a team like Rajasthan Royals. I know they have star batsmen, but none of their stars were able to shine on the day. And it was KKR almost ran through the batting order, and what a classy win.
The way the second inning started and Ben Stokes and Uttapa, I remember the first over, Pat Cummins bowling. I thought Rajasthan needed to chase this target around in 14 odd overs to have a
Exactly.
advantage. And the way they started, it really looked like they're going for that, the intent they showed. But then Pat Cummins proved every penny right in this game.
Absolutely. I was not panicking after the first over where he gave a lot of runs, almost 20 runs in the first over. I always knew that once he gets back into the rhythm, he can really cause the Rajasthan Royals batting a lot of difficulties, which he did. And as I said, we almost ran through the batting lineup. A
Yes.
great performance again by Varun Chakravarti. What a magical spell! 4 overs for just 20 runs, and
Yes.
I mean, we have found a bowler. We have found a bowler. I think he will be the man to watch out for KKR in the next seasons. I'm really happy. Hope he performs well for India against Australia. So yeah, great performance. I couldn't have asked more from the team in this match, considering the situation. But yeah, the boys really did well.
I think the way Varun Chakravarti is bowling, it's time Kuldeep packs his bag. I don't see him getting into the playing 11 anymore. No chance.
Yeah, it's good to have him as a backup, but I don't think him being a senior player will like to warm the bench like he is right now. Yeah, if you want him, I can send him to you. Yeah, do let me know.
I have three more spinners to give you: Harbhajan, Karan Sharma, and Tahir. Do you want some?
I think they should be in the release
I
list. They should
think
be released from their
I
contracts.
think Rajasthan is one team which needs a good quality spinner, so Kuldeep should try going there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a senior bowler like him, a hard-working bowler like him, should have a chance. We have sent Uthappa there. We are very
Mhm.
much okay to send Kuldeep also. So yeah.
And the way DK is playing, I think he'll go there soon.
Yeah, he will go out of KKR very soon.
Yes. So quickly moving on to the last two games of the league stages, RCB versus Delhi Capitals. This game was very funny because there were so many permutations, combinations going on into this game. RCB have to chase this, RCB have to defend this within this overs. DC has to chase this, then KK. There's so many number games going on there, but in the end, Delhi held their nerves, won the game comfortably, and sealed the second spot for them. So, what's your call? I think you were very interested watching this game because it had a lot for you in this game as well.
Yeah, to be really honest, couldn't watch this game, but I was at the top of the score all the time. I was very much inclined towards the score knowing what's happening in this game. But to be really honest, I think there was a lot made about this game before the match. I think both teams were very much comfortable to anyway qualify. KKR were in a very difficult position in terms of the permutations and combinations to qualify. They did not do what they had to do in the game against Rajasthan Royals, so both the teams were very much comfortable. And yeah, it was a dead game. Nothing really exciting. Kohli was smiling even after losing. So yeah, that shows what kind of a game this was. So uh, Bangalore batting first again, not really a good score to trouble a team like Delhi. But both
Mhm.
these teams have been really inconsistent at the later half of the season. Yeah, and it showed in the performances. Nothing really special. And yes, after scoring 150 in the first innings for RCB, they couldn't defend, and Delhi won the game. Delhi won the game easily. Yeah.
A classy innings from Rahane after a very long time, I would say. Really happy for him.
Yeah, the situation was favorable for him. Not a big score on the
Correct.
board.
No
A
pressure
nice
as well.
innings. Can take his time. Yeah, can take his
Yes.
time. Yeah, 60 or 46. Not a bad score to have. And yeah, uh, we all know about his class. So yeah, finally getting to him score some runs makes all Indian fans happy.
Absolutely. Now, the last game, game number 56, the final game of the season. I mean, not the season, but the league stages. And it was a big game for KKR. It was a big game for Sunrisers, and not a great game for Mumbai because they're already sitting at the top of the table. So the equation was quite simple. SRH wins the game, they are into top four. Mumbai wins the game, KKR are into top four. And the way SRH played this game, they made sure KKR is nowhere near the top four spot.
Exactly. You said that I was interested in the last game. I was more interested in this game because this was a clear and a simple equation. If SRH loses, KKR enters. But yeah, I mean, you know what they say. Like when you're most needed, some people always stab you from the back. So SRH did that with KKR. Sorry, I would say Mumbai did that for KKR. Mumbai,
Yeah.
I was really expecting them to win this game, especially against a team like SRH. Yes, they have been winning few games, but the way Mumbai are playing and the way other teams are playing, there's a huge difference. So a great performance from the openers of SRH. Mumbai batting
Hmm.
first, giving them a total of around 150. No real stars for them on the day, but yeah,
Hmm.
the openers ensured that it is a cakewalk for them and having a glorious entry into the playoffs for the Hyderabad team.
Absolutely. Seeing the lineup, I said SRH is going to win this game. Mumbai were giving chances to their squad players, and yes, in the end, SRH comfortably won this game with by 10 wickets and knocked KKR out of the top four spot. And finally, we have our top four in our hands. Mumbai, the league leaders, Delhi on the second spot, SRH, a surprise entry into the third spot, and RCB just getting into the fourth spot. What's your call? Are you happy with the top four on a neutral way, from neutral point of
Uh,
view?
Actually, no. I I would have preferred a team like Kings 11 or Rajasthan in that mix. I somewhere have a soft corner for these two teams. I think they are more exciting than Sunrisers. Sunrisers are. Uh, this is my personal opinion. Nothing against them or nothing to offend the SRH fans, but I would have been happier if, since KKR has not qualified, I would have been happier if a Rajasthan Royals or a Kings 11 Punjab would have made it into the top four. But yeah, it is
Absolutely,
what it is.
I would completely
Nothing to
agree
be.
with you. I would have loved Punjab out there. They are true entertainers. They're really the team which can knock any other team on their day. And I don't see that with Sunrisers Hyderabad. Had Mumbai played with their best squad, I don't see SRH winning this game. But yes, Mumbai stabbed badly at KKR and SRH won this game. But yes, I would always prefer Punjab out there. And for all Sunrisers fan who are thinking Shubham is an anti SRH, he's an Hyderabadi as well. I think he really admires his team. So yes, there's no personal grudge against Sunrisers for either of us. We are true Hyderabadis.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that was pretty much all of the games from last week going up to the qualifiers. We'll be coming back discussing what happened in the qualifiers and what did we think about the games which are going to take place. So yes, it was an enjoyable crick chat, I would say. So yeah, thank you to all the fans and all the people who have followed us, subscribed for us, and liking our content. So, Sai, I think you will be giving us the ending note for today.
Yes, firstly, thank you for all the love. I hope you guys are loving the Instagram quiz coming from our side every day. I see a lot of you giving great answers, and I hope it's a good learning lesson for you all, for sports lovers who are not getting right answers out there. This is the stage for you to get to know a lot of facts and figures. Hope you guys are completely enjoying it. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And we're coming with lots of content for you guys very soon. And take care, stay safe. We'll come back soon. Cheers.